Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Fantastic Friday. We are going to begin our lesson in a short while. Let me just turn off those silly violin request rules for tonight. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? How is everyone on this fantastic Friday? Now you hear the music. So today we are going to be doing something a little bit different from what I usually stream. I usually stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I do a violin request stream. But yesterday I was so happy with the response with my arrangement stream, and I was doing a Wind Waker arrangement yesterday. And I'm also gonna make you listen to the Wind Waker arrangement. I think it's 75% done in terms of ideas, but I also wanted to. I was gonna write an improv solo for that arrangement of the main theme from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. But I thought, why not, instead of me just recording that alone, and why not I involve everyone who's interested in the process of how I record a violin improv solo. And tonight, for the next 2 hours or so, I'm gonna share with you this process. Now, I want to know how many of you right now in chat are musicians or learning to be musicians, or just, interested in the process of musicians. So let me know. I really wanna I wanna have an idea of how nerdy I'm gonna be using the terminology for today. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome to this one of a kind, first of its kind SPG tutorial stream. I've never done any tutorial streams before. So this will be the first. This will be the first. Hopefully, depends on how you receive it tonight. First of many, hopefully. So yeah, I always start the stream with me drinking tea because it makes me relaxed, and it usually takes effect just a few minutes after I finish the whole cup. And I always still feel, despite being a musician for like 20 years, I still feel the jitters. I still feel a bit of a stage fright. Yeah, it never goes away, to be honest. If anyone is interested, you can't really stage fright never goes away, no matter how long you've been a professional musician or performing. Hello, Captain Nome. How are you doing? Hopefully having a great Friday. Hello, Turco Machine. Hi. How are you doing, Turco Machine? So today I'm gonna be sharing with all of you the process of me recording, how I record a violin solo for one of my covers. Yes, that's great to hear. I'm glad you're doing okay, Turco Machine. Today I just had a nature hike in one of the nearby hiking trails, a river hiking trail, and it's so refreshing to finally be able to go out and walk amongst trees and breathe fresh air. It can get sickening to just always stay in my house. But what about you? How about you, Captain Nome and Turka Machine? What fun thing did you do today, or what fun thing are you about to do? It is very nice indeed, Turco. And actually, that nature hike is not just for leisure. It was double purpose. I was actually looking also for a location, for an outdoor location to film my next cover, which is the music that I will also feature tonight, something from Wind Waker. Yes, I love those emotes. Watching SPG, this is a nice thing to do. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you very much. So yeah, yesterday I was doing a sudden stream of me arranging a new cover from Legend of Zelda, and it was well received. I was surprised because it was not my usual request stream, so I decided today, out of the blue, why not just do an extension of that stream from yesterday, but this time make it a bit more in depth. And yeah, so I decided I'm gonna share with you today some tips and tricks for how to write and compose and record your own violin improv solo. All right. Tea time is done. Tea time is done. Let's go to our Logic interface. So here we go. Okay, let's listen to what I've been doing yesterday. So this is what I've been working on. And this is, again, just for context to everyone who's not familiar with Legend of Zelda Wind Waker's music, this is the main title theme from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This is the first music that you hear when you just open the game, when you launch the game. Hello, baby mage. Top of the morning to you, baby mage. So yeah, this is the music I was working on yesterday. And surprise, surprise, people liked the stream where I was showing the process of arrangement. So today we're going to go even a bit more, a bit deeper. And today I am going to record the violin solo part for this song. But let's listen to my arrangement. So yesterday I finished on stream until around this part. I'm gonna highlight it. So that is what I finished on stream. I finished until that, and then I added the ending after stream when I had more fresh ideas. So here we go. Let's listen to my own arrangement of Wind Waker's main theme from Legend of Zelda. You were here yesterday, Baby Mitch, right? This seems to be a lot of work. For me, it's 2 days equivalent, two days of work on and off, including the stream yesterday. I've been doing this for 30 years, man. This is my job. Pro mixer. Haha, thanks. Mixing is a different thing as well. Okay, so the violin is gone here. Right now, this is where I'm going to record the violin improv that I'm going to show you step by step how I do it. Okay, so this is the new ending I wrote after the stream yesterday. This is my own original addition. You are close, Captain Nome. The process goes like pick song, compose, play, arrange, edit. Those are kind of the basic elements. Those are kind of the basic steps, but it's not always in that order. Sometimes I already have a song that I already know by heart. For example, the Legend of Zelda themes. I know the Legend of Zelda themes by heart because, what is this? Oh, that noise. Where is that noise coming? Oh, it's from the bass guitar mix. Yeah, it's sometimes that it's a mix of all of the above. It's sometimes I already know what arrangement I have in my head before I even pick the song. That's the fun thing with the arts and in music. There's really no fixed rule that you have to follow. Even music theory is just theory. It's not law. You don't have to follow all these. You do have to learn them. If you have the chance to learn music theory, learn them and pay attention to it. But as soon as you already know the basics, that's the time when we can break the rules and make your own rules. And that's what I do every day. I just make my own rules. What's up, Luke Skywalker? Talidar, iterative process? Possibly, yes. So let's listen again. So let's listen again to the process. Oh, do we have a raid? Hey, yo, Nikki raid. Oh my god. You actually went through to your word. Hello, Yo-Yo Nikki. Hello, Geek Violinist. Hello, Chocolate. Hello, Recorder Guy. So to recap, everyone, I am going to teach you the basics of my own style of improv. And I'm going to be using the song that I arranged yesterday, the Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker theme. And there is already a section there's already a fixed section where I will be recording, writing, and composing the improv part for that right here on stream, live, as you are my witness. Thank you, Yo-Yo Nikki, again. Thank you so much. Amazing stream once again. I was able to, observe the first 1.5 hours until, I went to do that thing that I do, which is stream. Anyway, let's listen again to the song that I arranged yesterday here on stream. It's already done. The form is done. There's already an ending to it and a fixed chord progression. And I'm going to record the improv part at the third act. Okay, let's listen to it. Wind Waker theme from the Zelda Wind Waker for GameCube. So this part, I'm gonna add a break here just to add more climax to the return. But that's not for today. Still needs a bit more mixing, but you're hearing all the elements that I want. So this is where the improv part will be. That suddenly there's no melody, that's where the improv part will be. And this, the coming part, the ending part, I did this after the stream yesterday. This is the ending. And yeah, that's the basic form of it. What do you think? Okay, so we are going to start with the improv part of the stream. Okay. So, what I usually do, the first thing that I usually do when I want to do an improv is I figure out the key and the chord progression. So for this example, we're going to be using the chord progression for Zelda's Lullaby, which is also incorporated here. So this is, I'm going to put a loop here. Da, da, loop, loop, loop. This is the chord progression that I'll be improving to. But before we even touch that chord progression, I want to go back to the very, very basic of it all. Just one chord. This is a neutral D, a neutral key of D. Thank you very much, Recorder Guy and Nestella. So this is what we were going to do. So we are going to stay in the key of D, which is an excellent improv key for violin. Any open key, any key for the violin which has lots of open strings and double stopping fiddling style, that's usually a very good key for violin improv. So this is what I do. Once I know the key and the chord progression, for this case, we're just going to use one chord, one suspended D. I now figure out, I now play around the scale. So that is, once you know the scale on the violin and the key, what I usually do is I just play around the tonic notes. I just play around the notes on the basic D scale. For example, let's try something like this. So it's just me going around 1, 2, 3, 4 notes that's already in the D scale. And then you kind of just have to be a bit playful on how, when, and how long, and when you play the notes. And you just kind of have to be, manifest your inner child. Be random, be unpredictable. So let's try that again. Going back to the D chord. Let's add A. Octave D, C sharp. So it's just a D scale. Now let's play random notes within that scale. much the basics of improv. You have to know the chord progression and the scale of the notes in that chord tonic. So if it's in D, it should be the notes within D major scale. Now, like I said, this is a D neutral. This is a D neutral chord. There is no third. It's just fifths and octaves. So we can actually go play it with D minor. Let's try it. So this is the D minor scale. And again, play the notes randomly within the D minor scale while just staying in the tonic key. And that was from the same chord, just using D minor and D major scale. So any questions so far, class? We're calling it class. So in terms of I think once you have the key and the scale, the randomness would come from your choice of notes in the scale and the rhythmic value. So if it's going to be long or short, that will have to be a bit of a spur of the moment thing. Okay, now let's try it with the chord progression. Da, da. Okay, let's just use that 4 chord progressions. I'm not gonna play the entire chord progression. And then loop. So that is D, F sharp, G, A. So that is our chord progression. A, D, F sharp, G, and A. You know what? Let's slow down the tempo. We will slow it down to half. We are in 1-1-2. Let's make it somewhere around 80. Okay, staying on D string for violinists and string players, you know where your D string is. And that is our key of D again. But if we go to... So if you're staying in the D string, what is F sharp scale? F sharp minor. And then starting with the D string, if we're going to stay in the key of A, also still the same notes. In key of A, no, that is, sorry, that was G chord. Still the same note as D major scale, but for the A chord, Surprisingly, still the same, still the same, still the same, still the same notes. It still falls within the same tonic and tonic, the key relationship of the chords and the key and the scale. So I'm going to play just the D scale repeatedly with the different chords. So surprisingly, it still all fits. So let's try to do an improv with a click track. And that was me just playing, just repeating the D major scale because all the notes still fall within the relationship of those chords. Now, if we're going to expand the chord progression to include the entire chord progression, very nice emote, Nescello. Now we have back to F sharp minor. And now we have B minor. E minor and A suspended, but let's just call it A. Okay, let us see if just using the D major scale again would fit in all those chord progressions. It still does kind of fit somewhat, but it kind of diverts a little when you reach that B minor chord. Okay, now I'm gonna do a usual improv, my usual style of improv, but only using again. I'm just gonna use D string and A string. I'm not gonna divert. I'm not gonna play any E string. I'm not gonna play the G string. Just going to stay in those two strings, and let's see what we can get from that. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay, ready? I don't get the question, Buck Moose, but I'm not in the right headspace. Can you simplify the question? Okay, let's try this. And that was me basically just going, but I'm playing around on the note durations and the rhythmic pattern. But since we're staying in key and and all the notes are still kind of falling within the sound and the range of the chord progression, we're still it still sounds musically good. I have the same violin. My signal sounds weak. Oh, I use two different types of mixers. I can send you. If you join my Discord, I have a musicians thread. I have a Discord link down below, and you can definitely ask me in the musicians chat room, and I'll definitely help you with some technical stuff. Okay, now I'm going to play along with the same chord progression, same again D string and A string, but this time I'm not just gonna go back and forth on the scale. I'm gonna randomly play different notes uh, on the spot, but still using the same octave range. So yes, that is again me just playing the notes from this range and not going any lower and not going any higher. Do you have does am I explaining it a little bit clear? Let me know because this is the first time I'm ever doing this kind of tutorial slash stream, so I don't know. I would appreciate some feedback. Yes, Nescello, you can't improve without improv. I did say that a lot. I do say that a lot, as if it's almost become a meme by now. Yes, I'll gladly help you, Buck Moose. But we have Chocolate, Geek Violinist, Nescello, and Yo-Yo Nikki. They are all amazing string players and Twitch streamers as well. So, if you need the answer now, I'm pretty sure they also know. Well, I also know, I'm sure they also know the answer to what you're asking. All right, so I hope that I explained a little bit of the improv style that I go for. Other improv artists might explain it differently, especially those who specialize in jazz. I am still a student of jazz, and I still have a lot to learn when it comes to jazz with all its more unpredictable chord progressions. But right now, we are working on a very predictable chord progression, a very predictable chord progression that is like still within the major scale. It's still with a tonic dominant relationship. Okay, let's play around. Let's play around. So this is the what I've written so far. I'm gonna play around for improv. I may have gone a little bit overboard, especially by that ending when the chord progression has definitely changed. Hey, thank you so much, Geek Violinist. Thank you for the flames, Yo Yo Nikki. Thank you for the claps, Chocolate. Okay, now let's second part of the improv lesson. Now that we know the basics of the relationship of the scale and the chord progression, how do you improv to a known piece? So what I usually do, especially when it's a popular video game tune, for example, Zelda and any Zelda music is pretty popular. So what you can do is riff off the you can riff off the actual melody and then start from there. For example, I don't know what's a good example. Okay, I'm gonna use my arrangement of Dark World. So it goes like. Okay, so what I can do, I can. And then it repeats. So I add some little ornaments, some trills, some tremolos, sometimes pull. I don't know actually what the. Let's just say a grace note phrase, but if you're a guitar player, you might know it as pull outs. That kind of a phrase. So something like that. You can, if you still have kind of grasping and without going overboard with the improv, you can still stay a little bit loyal to the actual melody, to the original melody, but you can add small ornaments here and there just to add some sort of character, something like that. So I'm adding a lot of extra ornaments, but I'm trying to keep it within the scale. I'm trying to keep it within the key so it doesn't sound off. Otherwise, people are just gonna call it jazz. Am I right? Where is the dad joke counter when you need it? Jazz does the same thing except the key changes in small ways often. Yes, and lots of 13s, 6s, 7s, and 9s. And I don't even want to delve into that right now for the improv lesson because I'm still grasping that aspect of improv. All right. Okay. Now let's. I'm going to formulate now a solo line for this one, for the Wind Waker piece. Okay, so that is a That is the line that I'm in my head. Okay, before we record this, there's a third tip that there's a third tip for improv, for my own style of improv. Before I record it, before I even sit on the computer, I do this. Even in public, when waiting for the train, when waiting for my laundry to finish, when washing dishes, I have my phone out always. I my phone ready to hit record whenever I come up with just a cool melodic idea, whether it's for an original composition, whether it's for an improv line that I want to develop later. I do this. I sing it. That is the most unhinged way you can think of a melodic idea, a musical idea. Just sing it. Because when you sing it, you are not hindered by your finger skill. You are not hindered by your limitations on any instrument. So I sing it at first. I record it on my phone. And then that's the only time I develop it fully on the computer. Because, you know, musical ideas should come freely in your head. This is my opinion. This is my own principle for writing music. Musical ideas should not be limited by any limitations you have on any instrument. So, because a composer's real instrument, my real instrument, or an arranger's real instrument is not actually the violin, it's not the piano, it's not a guitar, it's your brain. That is my opinion. And it's just like practice, just like practicing your instrument, you should always be practicing thinking of ideas, coming up with ideas. And sometimes when this has happened to me so many times in my life ever since I chose the musical profession, I've had so many subconscious moments where my subconscious is telling me, hey, there's a new melody coming out. It's about to come out. Boom. And then a small moment, 5, 10 seconds, I come up with a very nice melody in my head. I immediately sing it. I take out my phone, I record it, and then I have like 5 or 10 seconds of very raw idea fresh from my head. And because I've been doing this for 20, 25 years, I kind of conditioned my brain, my mind to do that, to come up with ideas even when I'm relaxed or something like that. Jujit Jinjo, I'll probably be editing this as a VOD later, definitely. But yes, so that's what I do. So I don't limit myself musically. I sing it. I think of the idea. I sing it before even trying to play it. And now, if it turns out the idea I sang couldn't be played by my fingers because of limitations, that's the only time I make adjustments. But it's still very satisfying to know that when you thought of this idea initially, you were limitless. You were unhindered. You were unhinged because you were not thinking of, oh, how can I play this on my instrument? How can my fingers play this fast passage? During the moment that you thought of that idea, it was just a pure musical idea, fresh from your head. Unlimited power, as Emperor Palpatine would say. Am I right, geek violinist? I am the Senate. Any questions so far, by the way? This is cool. I'm going to try this. Yes, Nest Cello. Try it. Try it. Uh, so yeah, so that is what I do. Okay, again, I'm going to do that thing, and I'm going to record me singing. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay, input one, one, one. Okay, I'm gonna record myself singing another improv idea off the top of my head. Oh, thank you, Yo Nikki. I hope I was able to impart some knowledge that you could use. But thank you very much, Yo Nikki. So glad to have you here. Happy to have you here always. Okay, so how can we play that thing in violin? So, so what I'm actually doing here is I'm writing the plot. It's like in a story or a TV show. You have a plot. The plot is like the main directional thread the story or the music is going, or in this case, where the melody is going. So I'm writing the general direction. Oh, the melody is going up here, going down here, and then it's going to do a very fast arpeggiatic passage, something like that. Yes, it's always great participating in the Twitch Orchestra. So please follow Yo-Yo Nikki if you also want to be part of the Twitch Orchestra. Very, very unique, one of a kind stream only at Yo-Yo Nikki's channel together with Recorder Guy. Am I right, Recorder Guy? Okay. So, okay, let's start with that. Going down, going up. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I'm gonna try that. So it's always never gonna be the first take. So what I do, I record for we're talking about solo parts, right? I usually record 5, sometimes until 10 different takes of the same idea. And I just choose the parts that I like. So it's going to be a Frankenstein cut. And that's pretty much how studio recording happens. It's never about how great you performed it live. That's for a live concert. That's for a live stream. In the studio, it's all about producing the most perfect take, the near perfect take that you can do and splice it all together so it sounds clean and it sounds commercially viable. So it can be on Spotify, it can be on Apple Music. But yeah, that's what studio work is all about. Having the cleanest, the most perfect take. And then if you want to perform that, you how do I perform that? By practicing, of course. How else? Okay, let's try some takes. No, 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 have the idea. We have the basic. I got the basic idea from the improv line that I sang, but the execution is very bad. Okay. Close. Okay. Could be more. Could be better, but we're getting there. Okay, we're gonna do our first Frankenstein for tonight. Okay, I think I'm gonna do my first Frankenstein take from here. We are gonna keep the first half because I like it. It's a cleaner take. So we are gonna keep that, and then I'm gonna delete the second half because I find it a dirty execution. Okay, one more. One more. I think that was not bad. So if we play them side by side, they sound like this. Didn't even it doesn't even we didn't even notice a splice noise in between. There's usually gonna be a splicing noise in between the Frankenstein cut if it's a bad recording. But I think we did it clean. Let's listen to it solo. Not bad, not bad. So let's listen to any questions so far. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to comment anything. If there's something that's not clear, or if there's just something you want to clarify, chat ahead. Chat ahead. Okay, now we're going to listen. I'm gonna listen again to what I sang earlier, and we're gonna record that. Okay, okay. Let's see how I will execute that in actual performance. Nescello, I did learn this method mostly self-taught, but I think what really helped is me just listening the hell out of improv artists. And even if sometimes I didn't understand how they executed it or how they thought of it, I just listened and listened and listened. And okay, here's the top three sources of improv that I always use. Number one, traditional Celtic music. Number two, modern Celtic music like Riverdance and Lord of the Dance, because they combine metal, orchestra, rock, and bagpipes and tin whistles, and it's kind of a combination of arranged versus improv music. And then I listen to a lot of blues rock, jazz, all the hardcore jazz, and I just, absorb everything. Even if my fingers during that time still couldn't catch up, I never tried. I never gave up trying to imitate what I hear until what you hear right now is a development of around for the past 10, 12 years of me just trying to imitate these these artists that I keep listening to. I'm just trying to imitate. Initially it's I imitated badly. Oh, but also Bach. Bach helps a lot because sometimes I would like to improv in fugue style, like sometimes I also combine the classical sensibilities when it fits. So something like that. So it's a combination of classical, jazz, Celtic music, blues rock, because those are like the most improv heavy type of music. So I kept listening to it. And I was always fascinated by improv and always fascinated especially by jazz improv. Okay, let me play around with that. Okay, we're gonna record it separately, but I think I want to go for some arpeggio patterns here. Let's try that. Okay, I'll stop. Okay. Hello, Cluedo. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm explaining how I do improv on violin and recording some samples of it. Okay. Again. Okay. I'll try that. Okay. Nope. I think I need a tighter bow. Okay. Wrong. Wrong. Practice. Okay, one more. Okay, nearly there, nearly there. Okay, let's listen so far. Let's listen to what we have so far. Okay, I think we got the first half a bit okay. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a duplicate track with the same settings as this solo track that I'm using. I'm gonna drag this take right here and mute it so we can save it for later just in case I want to use a part of it. I love this method of recording yourself singing first and then matching it. Yes, yes. Apparently, I found out that there's also another successful R&B producer who also does the same thing. He sings it first and then records all his voices and even beatboxes to it before even touching a synthesizer. And that's Akon. In fact, I saw this from his masterclass ad, and that's what he does. He sings everything. And later on, I think, oh yeah, there's also another top tier pop artist who also does the same thing. Michael Jackson. There's a YouTube video of him explaining to a court of law because he was being sued by somebody else. And then he explained how he wrote his songs and he sang everything first. So yeah, it is a method that's tried and tested, I guess. Da, da, da. Okay, I think we're going to do that. Okay, I think I have. No, no. We're gonna retake that. Again. One more. Oops, intonation. We can take that later. We can take that again. One more. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything. I'm going to be staying here until around 8 o'clock. We're going to finish the entire song. Woo-hoo-hoo. Almost there. I think we can take that second part differently. Okay, I think we can take this. I think we... Okay, I'm gonna retake this. Just that. All right. Okay, I think we have somewhat of a solo recording. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is look how much how much of a Frankenstein recording this is. Segment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different segments from various takes, because that's pretty much how recording happens. If you see the project file of for example of Beyonce or Taylor Swift, you see the project file of their I think it's Pro Tools, you'll see in just the main track alone there's so many cuts. It's like, I don't know, it's like a spaghetti of cuts, because there's always going to be so many cuts, because the concern for a studio recording is you need the best version of the recording, and not necessarily the best live take, or the take where you're like the best one take. It's never about the one take. And if an artist is able to record a part on a studio for just one take, that is that is a feat, but not a requirement. That's not what studio recording is all about. It's all about the product and not the performance. Although the performance is of course important, but it's not all about that. It's all about the final product of the entire song. So let's listen. If it works, it works. Yes, exactly, Baby Mage. If it works, it works. It doesn't matter how you assemble the sausage, or if how you assemble the burger or the hot dog. If it tastes good, it tastes good. Okay, let's listen to what I did. Let's listen to a bit of the original song, just for context. Here. Hello, Justanos. My solo coming up. Here we go. Okay, it's not bad. Although I think I can improve some of the flow later on, maybe off stream when I've got some more time to think. But let's listen. Let's listen to my first the first one that I sang, and let's see how close or how far away it is from what I envisioned in my head. Let's play it together. Okay, I get it. Okay, they deviate from here. Oh, similar. Okay, so this is not quiet. But I think what I have in my head when I sang this, I just want a flashy moment where there's gonna be fast notes everywhere. I think this one works, kind of. Let's see what would happen if I add harmonization. What do you think, chat? Let's add a da 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 da. It's always tricky to think of harmonization. Da 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 da. Okay, Let's try that. Let's try that. I have to practice it. It's hard. Why am I doing this to myself? C string power. Okay. Not bad. It's a bit messy, but what if it plays with the entire band? Okay, I think if we use the same exact recording, it's still gonna work with the harmony. Let's see. And then we'll soften the volume so it's kind of buried, but it's still there. I don't know about it. Okay, I think this one. One more. Might work. Let's listen. Let's listen. Oh, okay. Wrong harmony. Okay, I think I know what to do. One more time. One more time. One more time for intonation. Okay, and together they sound like. And with the whole band, they sound like this. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, let's listen to the entire piece. I'm gonna take a quick breather here. Let's listen to the entire piece as it is. So how's everyone? Are you still following? Are you still following the stream? If you have any questions, by the way, any questions at all about the music, about the process, about the gear, anything, just hit the chat. Here we go, solo time. What do you think of that? I can still see some points of improvement. Okay, now let's move on. I want to freshen my mind from the solo part for now. I'm gonna leave it for now because I don't want to. This is the danger of becoming too fixated on something. You've heard this phenomenon from any discipline, from any profession, is you develop tunnel vision and you get so fixated about fixing or improving just one tiny aspect that you forget to see the bigger picture. And every time I doubt something or focus on something too much, I immediately force myself, okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next section for now and maybe ruminate on that, reflect on that for later, and maybe a new, fresh idea will come up. Don't force it, is what I'm saying. Sounds awesome. The first fast pattern is, yeah. Thank you, Nescello. I think the second part could still use some composing. Okay, let's just gonna write very basic arpeggio pattern. Oops, sorry. Needs more volume. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to delete. I forgot to do. Okay, I'm gonna record it in violin too. What? Oh, okay. I recorded a bad take. Okay. One more. Gonna take that second part. One more. One more. I keep getting flat. Intonation. Practice. Okay. Unwanted double stops. One more. Almost there. Almost there. Good enough for now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a balk there. Intonation. Alright. This is what I was afraid of. That logic would fail because of a buffer error. Anyway, I'm gonna change something and let's chat. How are you? Sorry, I was a little bit too fixated on that, but So how are you? What did you learn so far? Is there anything else that I can help you with? And is there anything that's bugging your mind? I'm actually I haven't actually done this before where I'm actually showing you the nitty-gritty, the dirty part, the very unsanitary part of the music creation process where you're going to see all the mistakes, all the blemishes um right off the bat. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any clarifications, let me know. Let me know. And I'm your music production doctor today. I'm copying Harris Heller. I'm your stream doctor. But today I am your music production doctor. How about you, fellow violinists, especially fellow string players, Chocolate, Geek Violinist, the Nest Cello? Do you what processes that you have seen me do tonight that are also kind of similar to you or very different from my approach? I'm very curious to know. It's very brave and kind of you to show everyone your workflow and process. Oh, thank you so much, Chocolate. Thank you so much. I think I've always been so guarded in the past. I've been so guarded. Oh, I must be the perfect musician. Nobody must know that I make mistakes. Nobody must know that I take 100 takes before I finish a song. But I think that was just me being another. But that was just another version, another past version of me trying to be this perfectionist. I have to be the perfect image for my crew, for my crowd. But I think that's just for me. For me now, for me today, for me, I think that's now a very irrational way of thinking. I think, and based on your reactions right now, based on everyone's responses here and from yesterday's stream, I think it's a not it's not wrong for me to involve you in the process finally. Taladar says, as someone just starting to learn an instrument later in life, it is encouraging. Oh, that is good to know. That is good to know. Taladar, let me know. I didn't even know. I've Taladar, for example, I know you've been following the channel. You've been supporting the stringy community for a while, and you're also one of my subscribers. I didn't know that you're also learning an instrument, and that's very cool for me. That's very cool information for me to know. I am glad that you're joining us, and yeah, I hope I can. I hope this stream right now is helping unlock some ideas, unlock some hindrances, or clarify some doubts in your head. Or hi, Lazy Wisp, how are you doing? Okay, let's see if it's back to normal. All right. That is a logic error. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Always the last note. Okay, we have our basic violin part. Yay! We've done it. We've done it, everyone. We've finished the song. Although I am definitely gonna go back to this later on after mulling over what I've done, what I've recorded today. And let's listen to it. You would like to listen to the whole thing? Would you like to listen to the whole thing again? Especially to those who have just arrived. All right, let me see. Watching Twitch streamers who aren't perfect is something that helps me have the confidence to do the same. It's so important for people to see. Yes, that's exactly why I decided to become a Twitch streamer finally, because I saw that other music streamers are also just, showing their mistakes, are not afraid to make mistakes on stream. One even is just like, oh, I made a mistake. They just laugh it off. And, seeing those kinds of human moments on among my favorite streamers, it's just validating in a way that oh, it's okay to make mistakes because nobody cares. The crowd still enjoys it, and they're still flooding with emotes, and they're subscribing, and they're giving bits and donations, and we're like, okay. And I even saw, I don't know if who in my chat said it before, but one of you in a past stream told me that I love hearing the bum notes. I love hearing the mistakes from time to time, because that certifies that it is indeed a live performance, that it is a human performance and not a pre-recorded one. And that's actually a good point. Chocolate says, my cover creation process is fairly similar to yours, so it's nice to have confirmation from a pro that I'm on the right track. Gotta steal that singing tip though. Not just the singing tip. Have your phone voice recorder on speed dial if you can, because the the freshest musical ideas, not just musical ideas, you will have these light bulb moments, and they usually last just a few seconds. Um, it usually happens when I'm numbing, I'm on a I'm brain dead, not brain dead, when I'm doing something mundane, when I'm doing tasks that are not forcing my brain to do any heavy lifting. For example, so washing dishes, folding clothes, um, brushing my teeth, any type of mundane activity that requires very, very little thinking. That is usually when your subconscious is very relaxed. And those are the kinds of moments where those jolts of bright ideas always come up in me, in my experience. And so I always value any time that I would walk to the grocery. I would take a hike in nature like I did today. Very, very nice location. It's called Merryman Mills Hiking Trail in Baltimore. Oh my God. There's a river and a lake and forest. It's perfect for filming any kind of Zelda music. Anyway, those are the kinds of activities that you should never neglect. Taking a walk, care, buying groceries, buying food, biking, any activity that is not just focused on music, not just focused on creative, because those are the lull moments that will awake the subconscious mind. And sometimes it's the subconscious mind that is for giving you these ideas. It is still you. It is still your mind. It is still your creative head. You've conditioned your head. I've conditioned my mind to always be always be thinking something creative at the back of my head. So um, through the 20-25 years that I've been working on music, um, my subconscious has developed this sort of autopilot where it's becoming a factory of musical ideas at the back of my head, but they only manifest when I'm not using my brain in a heavy capacity. So yeah, like I said, mundane chores, that's when it comes out. So it's very important to have those solitary moments for you to reflect and think without doing thinking too much. Is it ever possible to play without mistakes? Yes, Lazy Whiz. I think it is possible to play nearly perfect. In fact, we have so much documentation of violinists such as Yasha Heifetz or all those classical violinists who play all near perfect classical pieces. But that is, of course, a different level as well. Happy little accidents. Yes. Yes, recorder guy. Hello, welcome back, Turco Machine. I always get inspiration when I'm just about to go to bed, and it's really annoying because I just have no choice but to get up and put it down, otherwise I forget. Yeah, yeah, that happens to me too. So many times. Disconnect, disengage can be the best way to recharge. Yes. Exactly. That was the word I was looking for. Disconnect, disengage. I'm glad to be talking to you about this because this is very this is what I would consider some sort of deep 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 thought, and I only usually talk about this to very close friends. I have one or two people who I talk to about this kind of stuff. But it's quite refreshing to hear a different point of view, and I'd love to hear your thoughts as well about this. Um, okay, let's play again the entire arrangement, Zelda Wind Waker main title theme. But while listening, I want you to think on what we're doing here. Um, are you learning? Did you learn anything? Do you want to learn more? Do you want me to do this production process with every new cover that I'm arranging? And do you want this to be a regular part of my streaming program aside from the usual violin streams on Wednesday and Sunday? Do you want more of this? Do you want me to do more of this tutorial music production talks? Let me know in chat while we're listening to the music. Let's go. That was a glitch right there. There we have that is my arrangement. Alpha version, of course. Zelda Wind Waker theme, alpha version. If I were to make some improvements here, I am definitely gonna add. I'm gonna modify some of the solo parts. I think I'll keep this. Definitely gonna retake the second violin, and that scale up could be a bit cleaner. And also because I also want to showcase some. If you don't hear it, okay. Before I go further, let me read your comments. Uh, this part right here is awesome. I hope I timed this comment right. Are you talking about the first half of the improv, Nescello? Talidar says, definitely enjoy these types of streams. Got to watch another channel doing mandolin guitar SMB cover. And it was cool to be able to see the software and process and ask questions. Yes, that is exactly what I was hoping for. That you guys would pick up. Great rhythm as usual, Nescello. Nescello says, that's the recorder guy. Nescello says, I honestly think the improvisation is the best part. It's the peak of the development. Yeah, Nescello, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't even think of it as the development part when we're like talking sonata allegro form in classical, but yeah, you are right. You're quite right. I just realized that now. And thank you very much, Geek Violinist, for the claps. Um, okay. Uh, this is just not gonna be this solo part is just not gonna be about the violin because I also love adding lead guitar layers. For example, there's uh, it's not it you can't hear it yet because this is not yet properly mixed. I'm not even in the process of mixing, but there's the lead part. Okay, let me play the orchestra. Orchestra. Here we go. Lead guitar layers. With just the bass guitar and guitars. This is how they sound. And let's put the solo violin there. And so I want to add some lead guitar counterpoints here. Something like that. And with everyone else, they sound like... I always enjoy those moments when you isolate a part and then the whole thing. Yes, Chocolate, I do. That's the very important thing, especially for when it's an orchestral thing. So Chocolate asks, do I use any kind of global reverb or compression to unify the room for all the tracks on the master? Yes, in fact, I already have. This is my master bus. I have a final rock master where I have so many presets already. Let me show you an example. For example, for reverbs, I use a built-in Logic reverb plugin called Space Designer. It's got everything that I need, to be honest. But I have I have here a bunch of presets. If you can see it, can you see it? Can you see the presets? Are you able to see the presets? Oh, I guess not because it's a different window. But I have Diwa's big strings, Diwa's big percussion, Diwa's small percussion, Diwa's piano solo, Diwa's I just put my name there just just for classification. But I have these tons of presets for any type of effect. I have effect presets for compressor, effects presets for for reverb, and these are all like habits that I've formed through the years. And it was just like, oh, I just want to make a shortcut for me so I can work faster. Templates and presets are very important. So I have, for example, template. I'm using Logic, but I have like 5 different templates. So I have symphonic orchestra template, regular orchestra template. I have a cappella template, guitar and violin template, something like that. I have so many presets, so many templates just to speed up the work. Okay, I'm going to turn on all this. I'm going to turn on the entire mastering bus that I use. I'm gonna crank down the volume because it's gonna be a little bit louder. And I want to see if you can hear a difference. Now there's global compression, so you can see it's more. If you can hear it, it's a bit more balanced now. Yes, it's a bit more balanced now. You can hear the instruments a bit more evenly, but it's still kind of very, very haphazardly done. Still needs a lot of fine tuning. Chocolate, thanks for mentioning that because I never thought of it. Would mastering the tracks do the same thing? I suppose that it's part of the mastering process to make every part sound like in the same space. Is that yes? A one reverb in the master bus will do the trick. Except if you have drums. Reverb and drum set, kind of tricky. And now you can hear the guitar layers because I turned on the compression bus. Hello, many angels. We've about done today. I recorded this improv part today with a little bit of lecture on how I do my improv. I think this is going to be ready by next week for YouTube launch, I mean. Very nice, many angels. Exciting. I think I think when it comes to this ending part, I kind of tapered off, wandered off aimlessly. I think I need to fix that, but I need some more. I need some reflection time before I can pull that off. But yeah, oh my god. Yeah. Any questions, class? Any questions about anything? To be honest. By the way, if you're seeing black flashes while during the stream, that's pretty much out of my control. That's something to do with my OS. I have to yet upgrade my. I'm using Mac, and there's some issues always when Mac releases a new version of the OS, and I'm still holding off from upgrading, and then OBS decides to upgrade to be compatible with the latest OS, although it still works with the old OS. I still always am slow to upgrade to the next OS. I take a year at least, because sometimes the music plugins that I use are not yet immediately compatible with the new OS. So I wait off a bit. I look at the Logic Studio forums and I see, hey, is it safe to upgrade now? Is it safe to upgrade? And then when I see everyone saying yes, that's the only time I upgrade. Oh, Hugh, I thought the black flashes were a medical condition. No, it's something to do with Mac and OBS and screen recording something. I know that by the next OS, if I upgrade to the next OS, it's gonna be gone. Well, so it's a temporary thing, but you know. Geek Violinist says, I love composing this way. Many Angels says, yes, me too. This sounds nice. Really good. Thank you so much, Many Angels. You are always so supportive of the Twitch music community. Too many questions to formulate one, Geek Violinist says. Well, you know how to contact me. We are in each other's Discords. Geek Violinist says, I still have so much to learn. The best way to learn is to try. Indeed, Chocolate. Indeed. The best way to learn is to just do it. If you know me well, some of you already know this about me, but I adore watching a lot of Twitch, YouTube, and online music gurus who like talk about marketing, branding, and all. I love all those stuff. I'm a sucker for all that kind of discussions. Like, for example, I watch Devin Nash, I watch Harris Heller, I watch Ashley Christ, Brian G. Johnson. I watch all these YouTube gurus, Twitch gurus, because I learn so much, not just in the aspect of marketing, but also in the aspect of big thinking. And for example, one of them would say, if you want to start a YouTube channel, just start it, make a video, make it now. Your first video is always going to be trash. And he's right. My first 5 videos, all trash. But because of that trash, I was able to learn the do's and the don'ts of video editing, of mixing, and all that. And yeah, you have to start by making trash first. It's gonna be trash. Just accept it. Move on. It's gonna be trash. Either way, no matter how much effort, no matter how much knowledge you acquire, your first video, your first music, your first mix, it's always gonna be trash. And then after you learn from your first trash, take 10 years of development. 10 years. And then listen to the 5th year of what you created. It sounds beautiful, but it's beautiful trash. I hope what you get, what I'm saying is, the only way to know that you're developing, that you're improving, is if you listen to your earlier work and it sounds like trash now. because this one I'm making now, this is gold. But during the time when you were making it 5 years ago, you thought it was gold. And then you develop, you improve, you become so much better. And then you listen to your work from 5 years ago, from 10 years ago. Oh my God, I created so much trash, but I learned from that trash. It's important that you learn from your own trash. But sometimes there's always this fluke moments. There's always this exception where you listen to an older work and you were like, oh my God, is this me? Did I create this? This is an effing masterpiece. There's always going to be one or two moments like that when you listen to an older work of yours, and for some reason that older work is more superior, a more superior way of approach that you did. Why did I do this? How did I do this? This is amazing. Is that really me? But the rest of it is still trash. So, yeah. Any questions, class? So, do you want... Yeah, like my earlier question earlier. Do you want me to continue this into a regular thing? I think usually I would do my music production videos for the next YouTube video. I release a video ideally twice a month. It used to be once a week, but that I'm no longer doing once a week videos for YouTube because the algorithm for music channels currently suck, and there's no point in trying to catch up with the once a week video if YouTube is just gonna casually not push it too much to your audience. I get so much complaints. I have 147,000 subscribers on YouTube, but every time I upload a new video, only around like less than 10,000 people receive a notification for it. So instead of trying to compete with the algorithm and trying to force myself to create one music video a week, I just decided I'm just gonna do ideally 1-2 videos a month, and the rest of the time I will spend on reflection or streaming. And so that's the pace I'm doing now. Ever since I started becoming a regular Twitch streamer 3 months ago, I decided that, okay, Wednesdays and Sundays is going to be dedicated for violin requests, right? That's the idea. And then the rest of the week, I'm going to be producing my own records for my own albums and my own projects and singles and YouTube. This is because YouTube and Twitch, music is my full-time job. So when I wake up, I just do music. When I sleep, I think of music. When I wake up, I do music. Sometimes I play video games in between. Sometimes I stream. So I'm thinking, since I'm just gonna be producing music during Thursday and Friday and the rest of the days that I'm not streaming, I decided like last week, why not just stream anyway while I'm producing the music and involve everyone in the process. And I guess based on people's responses yesterday, there was like, I think I peaked around 40-45 viewers yesterday, also because we had a huge raid, but around 40-50 people stayed. And I guess you want this type of content too, aside from the violin streams. So I'm guessing instead of just producing music alone, just me and so own solitary time, might as well stream that moment when I'm producing and make it into an entertaining stream or educational stream. What do you think? What do you think of that proposition? Turco Machine, adding tags in YouTube seemed to work. Oh, yeah. Man, I've been doing YouTube for 15 years. I know the tags. I know the drill. Nowadays, tags are not that powerful anymore. It's more about the thumbnail, the title, and the video description. In that order. Thumbnail, title, video description. The tags help somewhat, but not anymore. Not not that much. It's not as powerful as 5 years ago. Tags, even YouTube has started hiding tags. When you upload a new video, you get this new uploading interface, right? You have to double click a hidden tab under that interface so you can find the box to put in tags. Even YouTube knows that tags are no longer important. They're hiding it. You have to click, you have to find it before you can add tags. Okay. Let me read back. Nescello says, your setup is amazing. I wonder how much of this my dinosaur computer can handle. Well, we can discuss it on my Discord. Let me know what your setup is, and maybe I can give some insights about it, Nescello. Chocolate says, Nescello, if my Gen 2 Intel i5 computer can handle it, yours can. What am I using? I'm using a MacBook Pro from 2026. Oh, I'm using i7. i5 is not bad. I love Harris Heller's videos. Helped me a lot to get started on Twitch. Yes, me too, Chocolate. Lots of useful tips. Taking notes, Nescello, yes. Recorder guy says, I definitely want to watch more of these streams. You might want to see if other streamers find any harm in doing very different types of streams on the same channel. Maybe it's fine if there's a firm schedule on the regular content that it's interrupted by the new schedule. I mean, I follow a lot of music streamers who play video games in between their regular music schedules. I think they're doing fine. For example, that violin chick, she plays a lot of Phasmophobia and Dead by Daylight, but she's also doing violin streams. And she's not the only one who does that. I follow so many music streamers who does music and then they play a video game. And this music production stream, this is not even a video game. This is even in theme to my music channel. So I guess if it's not hurting them by playing very different type of content, music and then video game, I think music production and music content, I think I'm gonna be fine. I can't speak for everyone, but I like that idea. Nescello, yeah, thank you so much. YouTube sounds so frustrating. Definitely thumbnails are so important. It took me a while to find it. Yes, Turco Machine, yeah, I told you. It's even YouTube knows that tags are no longer the creme de la creme of discoverability on YouTube. YouTube is so saturated now. I think YouTube is still important for that offline discovery, so you can still be discovered even if you're not streaming. Because on Twitch, the only way you'll be discovered is you're live. But we're human; we can't be live 24/7, unless. Are you a robot? But yeah. Anyway, I had fun today. How about you? Did you have fun? Did you learn new stuff? I hope you learned new stuff. Even if you're not a musician, if you're a musician, and I know there's a lot of you who are musicians here, I hope I hope I was able to teach you something. For those who are non-musicians but who are appreciative of the arts, I hope you learn something that is part of the process of music making. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I love talking more to you directly like this, and not always like burdened by fulfilling a music request. I mean, that's also fun. That's why I started here. Apparently, more than 500 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute. Yeah, that's true. But on Twitch, I would say if YouTube has maybe 95% of the market share of people who watch videos and streams and live streams. And Twitch is only like in the 5% of that. So even if Twitch is what is considered by everyone as the top streaming platform right now, it's still so much overshadowed by the crowd that YouTube has and the number of creators that YouTube has. So I think it's still a great time to start streaming on Twitch. I think you're still not gonna be saturated if you stream on Twitch, unlike YouTube. So yeah. But anyway, we're gonna do a raid now. I'm gonna raid Meowsical VGM. She's doing violin requests, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I love this. I love having a conversation. Turco Machine. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the bits. You're so kind. Thank you so much, Turco Machine. You're always such a supportive stringy, and I thank you for that. Thank you for the awesome content at Ideas Day, SPG. You're welcome, Recorder Guy. Thanks for an enlightening stream, SPG. You're welcome, Chocolate. Turco Machine says, thank you, SPG, to be so kind and nice with us. You're welcome, Turco Machine. Great stream. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Geek Violinist. All right. Baby Mage, see you next time. I hope to see you on Sunday, my regular request schedule. But now we are going to raid Meowsical VGM. And of course, you know the drill. For the dad jokes! SPG raid. You can copy paste this. And then you can insert whatever emote that you like. Alright. Alright, everyone. We're going to the raid now. Have a great weekend. Stay awesome, as always. Thank you so much.